Welcome to this episode of The Money. The business we are focusing on is all about transportation of fresh produce across the borders. Here's the story of Master and Fresh.
My name is Timothy Otieno Nyago. I am an agripreneur. I am, of course, the founder and the managing director of Master and Fresh, well known for the exports and supplies of fresh produce, fresh agricultural produce. So this has always been my vision, and I've always been passionate about agriculture. And of course, the business part of agriculture, that's why I said it's agribusiness. So when I started off, I just wanted to venture into pineapple. That's why my logo is more branded of the pineapple-ish. So then, of course, when I needed finance, I had to look for other people to just come in and try to fund me so that I can get to a certain level or get to a certain type of, good image for the international standards and view. So yeah, that's why I had my mom coming in as a shareholder. The business, I founded it in 2015, but then it was incorporated in 2020 with the COVID situation. So because people are not traveling, and now people are trying to see on how they can just consume food or other goods. So I think I could say that that is the time that I had to incorporate my business, because now I wanted to grow it to make it bigger than how it started. What inspires me is, my father was a farmer, and when he was doing farming, he failed in some areas. So growing up, I always wanted to perfect the parts that my father did not do it well, because he was a farmer, but at some point he could harvest, sometime he was complaining. So I was curious, and then now after school I said I started doing research on what can be done where, so that agriculture can just benefit farmers. There's nothing easy under the sun. What makes you keep going is the passion and the dedication you put, and also what motivates you the most. Of course, most people say it's money, but yes, money is motivating. But now, if you're passionate, and before you even, I could say, before someone starts a business, I think they should always have a vision. Where do you want to see your business in the next coming years? When I started the business, I didn't have money, but I had the idea. So I worked, I confronted a few people, friends, family, and by just having an idea on paper, most people were not convinced that this business could go far. So when I went to India, I met a few friends. I went for a certain conference in India, and then when I met delegates from different countries, there's a friend of mine who told me the fact that I was coming from Kenya. They were surprised, and then they told me some things we need from Kenya. I think it was just by God's grace, because whatever my vision, and I met someone who was also trying to look for someone they can do business from a different country, or from Africa rather. So when he told me, "Do you guys? I know that you guys do a lot of farming and all that." So yeah, I said yes. So he told me he needed some fruits for approval in their country, and if the things goes well, they can give me an order. So yeah, that is how it started. And then when everything went well, it was approved. We sent some samples. They loved it, and then they gave me out. So when I got the order, then I started working with the letter. It's called is it LP or invoice, or they sent me a letter of credit. a letter of credit, and I tried to visit at different institutions trying to outsource money, but it was not easy. Until a few of my friends came through, we raised some money, and then we started small. Yeah, we started by air shipments. Now we're doing sea, yeah, and also now some small local supplies as well. From the top, I could say we have directors. We have, of course, the management. After the management, we have the accounts. We have the operations, and then pack house management, and also we have pack house, team, and then casuals. It's very important to keep business records because it will help you to reflect how far you've come and how far you're going. If you're making profit or losses also, it will help you. And also, it's good to keep records just for reference. Like you could say maybe, and of course when you're doing your returns, I'll say for example, tax returns, you need your records. Of course, the audited books. Maybe when someone wants to invest in your business, they would refer to audited books, so that is very important also. And maybe if you want to sell the company, for example, you're going to, of course, do a valuation of the entire thing. So they could see from the records that the business is growing and not sinking.
Cashless payments and digital financial solutions have gained traction in Kenya as the digital economy deepens its penetration and many seek the convenience of e-commerce. According to the central bank, the total number of mobile-based transactions stood at a staggering 1.2 billion Kenya shillings in July 2022, transacting $23 billion that month alone. How can we leverage digital payments as an engine of fostering financial inclusion? How can digital payments help to accelerate the formalization of Kenya's vastly informal business landscape? How can digital payments serve as a catalyst for Kenya's quest for sustainable path to decarbonized growth? On Tuesday, 27th June, starting 7:30 p.m, NTV Kenya will host a live panel to unpack the role of digital payments specifically in relation to micro, small and medium enterprises in Kenya's growth and development agenda.
What should I do with my Luigi? He's 35 now but doesn't want to move out. I cook for him, I wash for him.
Allora, why don't you try a Red Bull?
Ornella, where is my mama?
Ah, she's flown the nest.
How do you keep your toilets clean?
I use normal detergent and bleach for washing.
The detergent and bleach cleanless can leave behind yellowness, rust and germs.
Harpic's 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach, and kills 99.9% illness-causing germs in your toilet, including the COVID-19 virus.
Furahia maisha bora, linda jamii yako, linda biashara yako. Chukua bima leo. Tuna bima ya maisha, afya na ajali, mali hata elimu. Chukua bima leo. Linda jamii yako, linda biashara yako. Chukua bima leo. Tuna bima ya maisha, afya na ajali, mali hata elimu. Chukua bima leo.
Warembo, ni nini muhimu kwenu mnaponunua body lotion?
Smoothness, scent, glow.
Nunua Nice and Lovely body lotion. Inai-transform dry skin kuwa deeply nourished na kui-smoothed. Na fragrance nayo, wacha tu.
Now available in the 850 ml pack. Chagua Kenya's #1 body lotion.
Did you know that malaria is a top 10 cause of death in Kenya, with over 10,000 Kenyans dying every year from malaria? And the reason being a mosquito. We believe protection and prevention is the best cure in the fight to end malaria. Mortein Doom with its trusted formulation. It provides protection in seconds. So spread the Mortein Doom message of how we, you and I, can fight to end malaria. Mortein Doom, Kenya's #1 choice.
Blended learning has transformed the educational landscape, opening up a world of possibilities for educators and students.
Can you tell us how technology has become sort of critical to the learning experience in classrooms today, and more importantly for the teacher, the parents and the students?
Learning becomes more impactful for the learners because you can explain difficult concepts.
It's also assisting us as teachers to come up with a parental engagement in the education of their children.
There has been a great change in our learners' attitude. They wake up every day looking towards learning.
Catch us on Monday, 26th June 2023 at 6 p.m. East African Time on NTV Kenya on this insightful conversation on the state of blended learning in Kenya.
Join me, Brent Leo Smith, and my expert team of guides and cameramen as we explore the wonderful wilderness of Africa. These expert guides and cameramen strive to bring the wildness and magic of Africa into your living room. Come join me for Safari on Pridelands.
2 out of 3 Kenyan parents felt that they don't spend enough quality time with their kids. You can help change this by giving a generous voice to Storytime. Visit our library of homegrown audio stories at cadbury.africa and make Storytime sweeter.
I was one of the people who was arrested. We were told that we were going to die there in the prison.
A lot of them died. We don't know where their bodies are.
This iconic photograph that was taken on 16th June 1976 remains etched in the memories of many.
He was shot from the back, then the chest was wide open, and he was already...
It was bad.
It's a very sad story.
You're watching Thamani in association with Safaricom.
Day-to-day operations is, for example, when we get an order from our clients, specifications, of course, variety and preferences. We also coordinate with the farmers. We tell them like 3 days prior to the, like 5 days prior to the departure date, so that within like 3 days is the harvesting process, and then after that the products are brought in the pack house. Of course, they are packaged, graded, and then put in pallets, and then we load within the 2 days. Export business is very risky, especially when you've not done your due diligence from the other end. You don't know whom you are sending your goods to. You don't know how the company is big or small. So, because we usually have payment terms, we'll have terms with the client, and I think most clients are not always ready to send you money before they see the goods. So I think that is a very big challenge to even people or young people who are trying to get into export business and want to start small. Doing a due diligence is something that people should consider when you want to start sending your cargo outside, especially for the countries that you barely know, but no one there. So that is the biggest challenge. And also scamming. Somebody will just tell you, we will pay you 50%. When the cargo arrives here, we will send you the rest. But then you send cargo and then they just go mute and block you. So those are some of the challenges that are here. And also for the local locally, I could say that challenges that which are here is, of course, somebody will see you doing this, and tomorrow they want also to try and do something similar or copy you, whatever you're doing. And then, of course, target your specific market, and they spoil your prices. They come with crazy or funny, cheaper price, so it will affect the market. The government should also try to help farmers. At the end of the day, there's no one on earth there's no one alive on earth that doesn't eat. So we should invest more money in agriculture, and also train farmers just the same way we train doctors and teachers. I think farmers should also go under trainings, and also they should know on what to grow, where, and in which season. You understand? Yeah. So some farmers are just doing farming because they have a land, but they don't know if this thing has a market or not. It's something that is going to survive in that particular area with that season. You understand? So I think farmers should also be going through training. And for me personally, or if it were me, I think agriculture in Africa should be mandatory subjects, a subject that should be part of the education. We have 100 opportunities that Mastran Fresh has created, both locally and internationally. The fact that we train farmers and we give them knowledge from outside how the fruits or the produce should be handled and treated and grown, it's a way of giving back, because this is a knowledge that if you could buy it, it could be very expensive. So this is a way of giving back to our farmers, our local farmers, and our people. When I was coming up with the name of Mastran, the M-A-R was supposed to be Mary. My mom is called Mary, so the name A-R was supposed to be Mary Transport. So then I had to cut it short to make to sound a little bit more spicy and short. Our day-to-day business operations is very unique, because not everybody is outsourcing from local farmers like we do, and also train them. Not most people does that. Most people will just come and just ask you if you can supply them. They don't care if you can grow whatever they want. And also, what makes us unique is that we are more of, we are focused more on the pineapple, and it shows more of our brand than any other product that we deal with. I see Mastran Fresh being one of the companies that are supplying their products all around the world, and we are going to create more opportunities both locally and internationally. Anyone who is out there who is trying to start a business and is passionate about something, I think they should just stick to their gun, and regardless of the challenges, you just need to understand that there's nothing easy. Trust the process and do more research. Of course, do more research. Yes, I repeat that. You will learn a lot. Take your time. Don't try to start big. Always start small and grow yourself. So locally, we are also packaging for other exporters who are exporting to different destinations that we are not taking our products. So we are always on social media as Mastran Fresh. We are always on Facebook. We are also actually marketing our products online as well. So you can find us there. You can talk to us, and we will give you a quote, or we will deliver your product whenever you want it to be delivered to or at.
And that's it for The Money this week. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode showcasing resilience and exploring scalability in the micro, small and medium enterprises sector.
The Money in association with